in my time.
Congress,
you don't get to talk.
lumber is at a 5-year low, Congress.
Reclaiming my time.
Let's just have...
Watch it?
I did not. Yeah, I will see it on the news.
The girls are fighting, aren't they?
You cry, you're making me cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore.
You don't want this smoke?
I'll write it and we'll do it live. We got a rudder. Go! Freeze, sir! Freeze!
It's your data, dumbass.
In the hell?
I literally have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
Ooh, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Stuck the land. Let me just do it. Stuck the landing. Hi.
Welcome to Unboxed Politics, the political review show. Yay! We're missing a Mark. Not here.
He's doing his normal Minnesota tradition of praying that the snow never leaves.
Oh, is that what they pray for? That the snow never leaves? Eternal winter?
Yeah, they're north of the wall, so they're just trying to keep the snow as much as they can.
Oh.
Otherwise, ice zombies.
I can't wait for the snow to fucking go away.
It was hot here. I only just wore a hoodie out to the shops.
I can't wait for it to. I mean, it's not cold anymore. It's not like 10 degrees outside, but it's not hot enough to melt the snow quickly. Oh,
hold on.
Like -1
or 2.
-1 or 2, yeah.
Temperature.
Or like -10 to 12.
What'd you say, Tim? 10 degrees? -12.
10 degrees. -12. Yeah. There you go. Yeah. So it's not like because up until a week ago it was like that for like 3 solid weeks, and now it's Ollie. For me, let's see. For me, it's about 35-40 degrees. So it's like 2, 3, 4 degrees.
32 is 0.
Yeah. So it's warm enough to start melting the snow, but there's still like 3 feet of snow to melt.
That's the problem here. There's 3 feet of snow, but it's not getting warm enough to melt it yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, our snow's been gone, and we were actually getting like people were calling maybe they called 911. I don't know if they clarified, but they were calling the authorities because they said there's a weird smell like all over the different suburbs. Like there's a weird smell going on. Something's weird going. We had that fucking polar vortex bullshit that froze us to fucking -15 and 20 for like 2 weeks. And then we got this warm front and all of our pollution and shit got trapped above us. And then we had a rain system come through, which is low pressure, and all the rain and all the pollution came down at once. Ollie, we have Canadian forest fire ash in our fucking rain right now. My car is gross and greasy and I'm like, what is this shit on it? I thought it was because in the winter your car gets a little salty, a little crappy looking, and I went to clean off the window and it was black soot. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
My car is normally burgundy. It's currently white. So much. And I washed it a month and a half ago. It was like, no, month and a half, just white. So much salt.
You got to give your car some lotion.
Yeah. It's dry.
It's ashy.
Yeah.
I could really do for a good hour and a half in the driveway with my headphones on, power washing the shit out of my car. I got a foam cannon so I can hook it up to my power washer and I spray the car and I get an inch of bubbles over the whole thing. It's glorious. So much fun.
By your place, you can do my car too.
Oh, I don't even mind if people said like, dude, pull it up because I get to keep spraying.
Yeah.
That's where it's at.
All right, Mikey, you want to bring up the people and I'll make the noises?
I will do this.
People and noises?
I did this.
Really?
Why can't you?
Hi, tons. Hello, Pup Galaxy full of stars.
I love Tesla.
Person impersonator.
Fuck the hell off.
Sidinin. Olai mananana.
Can you cry? You're
Yeah,
making me
that's
cry. Life's hard enough as it is. You don't want to cry anymore. This.
We shaza.
Quiet in the chambers, please. Quiet in the chambers.
Jaina.
It can only good happen.
Okay, I think that's it.
Oh,
He'd come, maybe he'd come,
just
maybe
gonna
he
play it
wouldn't even
anyway.
come. I think maybe it wouldn't even come. You'd say it.
Ugh. So gross. He's
Anyway,
so gross.
So, since Mark is here, are we going to review anything, or are we just going to watch
Isn't here.
videos?
Isn't
here. Isn't here. I'm sorry. It's been a very long day.
Hey, I hear you, man.
I am so tired.
That's okay.
Me too.
Me always.
So, since Mark isn't here, do we want to review anything, or are we just going to watch videos?
I mean, we could just make him rate it later and then just update the thing.
That is true. All right. Well, then,
Force him to watch the show.
First up, everyone's favorite press secretary.
Oh, man. Oh, I had
Everyone's
another.
favorite press secretary.
Here it comes.
KK Caroline. Look, there she go. She doing her little hand salute right now.
It's not quite high enough, but she's close. She's close.
Oh,
Yep, she's just got to rotate her wrist a bit.
Yeah.
Can I like before we actually get started, can we laugh at something real quick? I thought this
Okay.
was pretty funny. Let me see here. Can I find it quickly? I hope so. Here it is. Because a lot of times, you know, people like to like accuse us of being on one side or the other, and we don't like to like be objective, you know, like we're doing this for money and clicks and the clout, you know, all the clout, being threatened by the government that we're going to put you in a gulag for disagreeing. Yeah, that's clout.
I do want to say to all those people, objectivity is a lie. So,
Yep.
This is funny.
As Jeffrey Epstein's Black Book, FBI. But who? That is that. I mean, that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like
So you guys probably can't see it. That says December 13th, 2023.
the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school. We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out.
Right.
Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs.
Right.
And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this. And you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they.
So before he got into the seat, he's already saying, this is how they operate. This is how they get down. Okay.
Yep.
That's why you don't have a Black Book.
No, the Black Book is not just sitting. I mean, that's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think
presidents
should run on day one. Roll out the Black Book.
Strategy. No intention.
And not just that. On day one, roll out all of the text messaging communications we
is
were
this
told were
lady
deleted.
important at all?
On day one, play the rest of the video of the pipe
Okay,
bomber.
good.
On day, he needs one of the reforms I talk about in government gangsters is you need a central node to be continuously declassifying. It's another thing they do. They overclassify. And I'm telling you, as a former number 2 in the IC, they overclassify 50% of the stuff there to protect.
You don't say Cash App.
The deep state. Oh no, you can't see that. Nothing to see here. Gina was a master.
Oh no, you can't see that. There's nothing to see here. Okay.
Play the next clip,
FBI
lady.
Told you anything that you.
There is no credible.
You play it. There's nothing to see here. And then what does he do?
There is no credible information. None. If there were, I would bring the case yesterday that he trafficked to other individuals. And
September 2025.
the information we have, again, is limited.
So the answer is no one
For the information that we have
in the files.
in the case file.
You like that? No.
So he just takes things out of the case file so he can just lie. But I just thought that was interesting that someone took the time to go dig up that Glenn Beck interview where he literally said the opposite. You know, they're just going to be redacting that shit and hiding it.
And then he redacted it and hid
it.
And yep, that's exactly it.
But what does KK Caroline have to say? Caroline.
Let's see. This is from a month ago, but it said that she exploded at a reporter. So let's find out.
Thanks, Caroline. Earlier, you were just defending ICE agents generally, and earlier on, Secretary Nome spoke to the media, and she said, among other things, that they are doing everything correctly. 32 people died in ICE custody last year. 170 U.S. citizens were detained by ICE.
Ooh, you know that guy's not an American because no American reporter would ask her that question.
And the accent.
And the accent.
And Renee Good was shot in the head and killed by an ICE agent.
In the head.
How does that equate to them doing everything correctly?
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and tragically killed?
Are you asking me my opinion? Because an ICE agent acted recklessly and killed her unjustifiably.
Oh, okay. So you're a biased reporter with a left-wing opinion.
What do you want me to do?
Yeah, because you're a left-wing hack. You're not a reporter. You're posing in this room as a journalist. And it's so clear by the premise of your question. And you and the people in the media who have such biases but fake like you're a journalist, you shouldn't even be sitting in that seat. But you're pretending like you're a journalist, but you're a left-wing activist. And the question that you just raised and your answer proves your bias. You should be reporting on the facts. You should be reporting on the cases. Do you have the numbers of how many American citizens were killed at the hands of illegal aliens who ICE is trying to remove from this country? I bet you don't. I bet you didn't even read up on those stories. I bet you never even read about Laken Riley or Jocelyn Nungray or all of the innocent Americans who were killed at the hands of illegal aliens in this country. And the brave men and women of ICE are doing everything in their power to remove those heinous individuals and make our communities safer. And like shame on people like you in the media who have a crooked view and have a biased view and pretend like you're a real honest journalist.
Hey there, Midas viewers, resistors from all.
Oh, we'll get to Charlie.
Hello. Hey, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie. Oh, speaking
nice
of which.
tie.
Speaking of which.
It's Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
I couldn't even point because I realized that I put myself behind it and then I couldn't move myself because the video was on top of it. And I was like, oh, I'm pointing like this. No one saw it, but I did it. She is a piece of work, huh?
Yep.
She is.
Her cross is looking a little small. She usually has like, the entire wooden frame made of 2x4s across her neck.
Strapped right to her back.
She just, the nails through her wrists, she just.
So,
the most humane way to kill somebody, by the way, crucifixion.
Yeah.
And then let's put that symbol all over our bodies as a way of showing. Like I forget which comedian said it, but like if Jesus came back tomorrow and all you little motherfuckers was wearing crosses, he'd be like, "Yo, the fuck, man? What is that shit? You know, I don't fuck with crosses. Why are you wearing a cross? I died on the cross. Yo, y'all are sick. Yo, this is sick shit." Y'all over here wearing the cross. I died on a cross. Damn.
This is sick shit.
Caroline Levitt, they're calling I assume a BBC reporter.
He might have said in the beginning.
Yeah, he might. Let's see. Where is he from?
LBC.
Said, among other things, that they are doing media, and she said, and earlier on, Secretary Nome, earlier you were just defending ICE agents generally. Thanks, Caroline. Earlier you were just defending ICE agents generally, and earlier on, Secretary Nome spoke to the media, and she said, among other things, that they
he is from.
I was like, can we hear his question one more time? Because I forgot what his question was because she blew up so crazily.
Thanks, Caroline. Earlier, you were just defending ICE agents generally, and earlier on, Secretary Nome spoke to the media, and she said, among other things, that they are doing everything correctly. 32 people died in ICE custody last year. 170 U.S. citizens were detained by ICE, and Renee Good was shot in the head and killed by an ICE agent. how does that equate to them doing everything correctly?
Why was Renee Good unfortunately and
Okay.
tragically killed?
And then she wants to ask questions instead of answer them.
Yeah, and she wants to ask the reporter questions.
The lady who's in charge of them said they haven't made any mistakes. These all sound like mistakes. What do you have to say about? Well, what do you have to say about illegal immigrants and blah blah blah? All right, lady.
Yep.
All right, Karen.
She went off.
She definitely wants to see his manager as soon as they're done.
So, yeah, Caroline, leave it. Content.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah, we're just gonna fuck this guy.
Yeah,
Here?
just go to fuck this guy. Yeah.
Before we just pineapple her to death, let's just get her off the list so we don't have to fucking deal with her in the playoffs. Get her off the board.
I mean, I will say, like, the fuck this guy list should be like on a video by video basis. I don't think we should strike anyone from the record entirely.
I'm not watching her shit over and over again.
It doesn't have to be over and over again, like 2 or 3 times.
Over and over is 2 or 3, sir. Thank you very much. How dare you? Fuck you very much. She hurts my you know who she reminds me of? She's like a fucking steroid version of Katie Britt.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
She's like cornered Katie Britt, and it's like passive aggressive and shrill and annoying. Oh, it's bad. I don't miss Katie Britt. She popped up on one of those committees. I was like, fucking sleep paralysis demon found me.
That rebuttal to the State of the Union was probably the most hilarious thing.
Bro, she was in the kitchen. I'm like, not the kitchen. You're a congressperson. You have an office, I'm sure, in the House.
Yeah.
Well, she wanted to seem like an everyday person.
She wanted to seem like a trad wife. I mean, just take your shoes off and put the apron on, I guess. Like, what the fuck, lady?
All right, we'll move down the list to
there might have
old Charlie Angus.
That is a nice tie. You ain't lying, Ali. I like that.
I like that tie.
That's like our bin colors. Our bin colors is like a teal blue.
Yeah.
I like it. Well played, Charlie.
It's bright. It stands right out. I like it.
A for presentation.
Let's see what Charlie has to say.
Viewers, resistors from all over the globe. Charlie Angus here in the snowy lands of Northern Ontario.
Hi,
on
Charlie.
today's episode, I'm going to focus on a statement that Donald Trump made last month. Perhaps you didn't notice as we were dealing with his threats and invasion of Venezuela, his threats to Denmark, his rant and raging that he normally does. But I think this is a significant statement, and it shows just how dangerous this man is and how dangerous the United States has become by their refusal to constrain the actions of the world's #1 mobster. You know, since the beginning of taking this fight on, I've used the phrase gangster fascism. The media are now talking about American fascism a lot more. There's a lot more attention on that part of the phrase, but I want to talk today about the gangster aspect, the nature of threat, and the nature of violence that is in the heart of the man in the White House.
Okay, I don't think we can listen to this.
I was about to say, they're
Probably
trying
not.
to set us up. What's up, Midas? Why you do this?
They're
Don't
trying
be
to
like
content
that.
strike us.
They're trying to flag us with a song.
Let's see. This is only going on for a few seconds. There we go.
This, my friends, is my comfort food. Ryan's Fancy were a great traditional music group from Newfoundland. When I was a kid growing up in Timmins, my grandfather is a Cape Breton miner who'd come when the big exodus out of the coal mines to work in Timmins. And he brought all these.
He's using one of them new iPads because it's like tracking them all over the place.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I was
He's
like,
probably going to talk about other stuff for a minute here and then talk about some letters before he gets on to the Trump stuff. So,
Well, if he starts rambling, we'll skip.
I was about to say, Tim, if you want to pull the transcript for it,
that's a good idea.
I can frab a jabba for 30 seconds.
Grab a jabba.
Like I was totally. Oh wait, I forgot what I was gonna say now. Well, either way, I likes the music. I'll say that.
Yeah.
I just don't like how he tried to set us up. To pump up to get down. Like what the hell? So Telex here, I'll answer this real quick. What gets me the steps is we pay our Social Security and we die before we collect. The money just disappears. Your spouse may get a one-time payment of $225. Can you tell me where the money that goes into it, I guess, if not to the person who puts into it? See, I think you're mistaking what it is. It's not a bank account. It is a fee that you pay so that you can receive benefits during your time. And everyone else is paying their fees so that they can receive their benefits at their time. It's not a 1-for-1. You put in $10, so you get $10 out. It's not that.
Yeah, that's not the point.
Because if that was the case, then if somebody didn't get it, it wouldn't do its purpose, which is to make sure that our seniors can age gracefully with dignity and not eat fucking cat food. Like, that's the point of it, is to keep them from starving to death because they're no longer able to work and take care of themselves. So that's the point of it. It's not to give you $1 in and out. So that's why.
Bango writes, we Europeans and our brothers, the Canadians, must stand together against the evil USA.
God damn it.
It's the elk writes German from Munich.
Why are we the bad guy?
Fuck, dude. We're not even bad. It's just it's one fucking guy.
It's like 50 people, right?
No.
It's not all of us.
But it's not, though. It's more than that.
They had no idea. They couldn't even fucking find Canada on a map before this dickhead started fucking bringing up trying to steal it. Like, they're too stupid to be evil is all I'm saying.
Ali, before this, the worst thing that ever happened between America and Canada was Americans started wearing t-shirts that said Canada, America's hat. That was it.
No, there's been some hockey beefs.
Okay, hockey beefs.
Hockey beef today.
But we lost all of those.
Yeah.
No, you guys won today. Your women's team beat us today for the goal.
I'm not gonna say nothing about the pregnant women in Canada, but I heard a rumor that most of them gave birth on ice. So
it wasn't overtime. It wasn't overtime, so it was a close game. But yeah,
I don't want to start no international beef. I lived in Chicago. We won our chips. Y'all won your chips. Hey, I don't want no smoke.
Yeah. We don't listen. We don't want any of those Canadian war crimes descending upon us. That's all I'm saying.
Want this smoke?
Thank you so much, Charlie Angus. No news outlet in Germany described Rubio's mobster speech like you did. I'm an early Midas Maple subscriber and still watch with great interest. Thank you again, Charlie Angus.
Damn,
the
they're good at
Utsi writes,
branding.
from a German. Thank you very much, Mr. Angus, for your honorable efforts in sharing the important facts. I love Canadians. Well, we love you too. James Last writes, I'm from the Netherlands. We were largely liberated by the Canadians in World War II. Something we'll never forget. We stand together in defense of the free world once again.
In the review, we'll omit the letter reading. There was some interesting stuff going on there, so I just want to listen to it.
This is this is what you do, Tim. You gotta do this. That's how you let them know. It's a heart. I learned this from the South Korean kids. You do this.
That's a heart?
Yeah.
I thought
with the thumb and this.
Our
No, that's
generation
that's so wow. What are you fucking 30? Gosh, I'm young and hip.
I thought it
make
was
the little.
I thought it was the one where they do that now or something. I can't do it.
I don't know.
My
I
fingers
thought
don't
you
work
do
anymore.
because then they'll do the selfie, and then if you like highlight around the thumb and finger, it makes a heart. And I was like, damn, they leveled up the heart. The chat knows what I'm talking about. I hope.
Uganat writes, listening to the speeches of van der Leyen and Stammer after Rubio's speech were extremely disappointing. They immediately reattached their lips to the U.S. behind, so desperate to believe that the U.S. is their ally. Ed Nugian writes, hello from France, Charlie. These idiots don't understand Europe, and what he and others like him are doing is to unite us even more and moving away from the USA.
We're uniting other countries against us. The other countries are being united against us because we're a problem.
Yes.
They're making alliances.
There's no polite way to say deny that. I mean,
this is not to get like too philosophical. It's very Hobbesian though. Like it's very the Leviathan. It's very, powers have to rise up to fight powers when powers get out of control. Like that's what's going on here.
Yep.
They're making a League of Nations.
Oh God.
We want
army
to
of the
form
willing.
even stronger bonds with Canada so we together can move ahead. Keep
We're
strong.
Sauron.
Lots of messages from the U.S. as well.
This is
Lee,
Mordor?
retired military here. Keep it up, Canada. We
MAGA
will
is
get
orcs.
over this nightmare in the U.S. Well, Lee, we are counting on you. The world is counting on you. Lois Rossi writes, great show. Thank you, Charlie, from Dallas, Texas. Maynard writes, just so you know, it's our impression that your boycott of all...
Mikey, you're gonna have to make yourself. There you go.
See?
That doesn't look like a heart.
Yes, it does.
It looks like an X.
No, you just do this part. Just the... It stops like right... Oh, shit. I got to do a reverse. Here. You know? I'm telling you, this is what all the cool kids are doing. And you guys are just
we're
fucking...
not the cool
you guys,
kids.
You guys
do
are just some
read the
fucking
chat?
crusty... You're just some fucking
Do you
crusty
read the
old...
fucking chat, Mikey? We're too
The chat-
old.
The chat tells us that we're fucking 10 1 minute, and then the next minute they tell us we're fucking 900. So I don't know. I'm 450, I guess. Shit, what's in the middle?
Mikey, you know what you are? You know what you are? 6'7".
No.
I have to go throw up.
Things USA is working. Keep it up and double down. Oh, we intend to. And here's a great quote that we received from Whispering Willow. The sickness of a foolish leader spreads through the ranks of his ministers, for capable men will either flee his service or be silenced, leaving only those who mirror or enable his incompetence. A single empty head at the summit creates a void of wisdom throughout the realm. Machiavelli. Wow, that's a powerful statement for today.
Machiavelli because of
Barbara
us.
Smith writes, thank you,
Yes.
Charlie, in all Canada and elsewhere. They call it the MAGA madness here in the U.S. So many here in the United States are standing up, speaking up, and sincerely hope that our troubles serve as a cautionary tale for others. Laura, just love your show from Northern California. And Mike from Buffalo, New York, USA, always a friend to Canada. And Pat writes, kicking at the darkness here on Vancouver Island. Yesterday, Mickey organized an ICE event that had a wonderful bunch of pro-democracy folks attend, all kicking together. It's so heartening to discuss issues and make plans for actual things that we can do together for more impact. Let's keep it up, Canada. We have fascists to expose and vote out of power. Thank you for that, Pat. Mickey Finley in Vancouver Island is a great resistor. So how about sending us some photos or if you got footage or anything of the rallies that you were holding against ICE and ICE's presence in Vancouver, work with the Hootsuite Corporation deal, let us know.
There's that music again. That might be his own band playing that. I don't know.
Trump made to the New
And he's going to content strike us for using his music.
What the heck? He was invading Venezuela, bragging that he was going to steal their oil.
If it's on Spotify or anything like that, the bots will get us. He might say it's fine, but then the bots will still come after us because they don't care.
YouTube will take down our stream temporarily and be like, you guys can't do that.
Yeah, the distribution bots will comb through. They have contracts with YouTube and shit now, so they check everything.
He was turning his paramilitaries to kill people in the streets of Minneapolis. Horrific violence was being unleashed against the people in the United States, in Venezuela, threats in Cuba. But Donald Trump told the New York Times, he said, the only constraint on his powers now was, quote, my own morality, my own mind.
He did
it's
say
the
that.
only thing that can stop me. He was bragging that there are no longer checks and balances in the United States. There is nothing to stop him from muscling or threatening violence against any place in the United States or around the world. I think that should have stopped the presses around the world. Where were the voices calling for immediate impeachment? Where were the voices saying this is not acceptable, that an American president...
Hey, there's a fellow Canadian in the chat. Vancouver Island, that's where I live.
Hey, oh my God, it's Frank fucking Zappa, dude.
Nice to meet you.
I love me some
Frank
Zappa.
Zappa. Frank Zappa's good.
Welcome, Frank.
And says the only constraint on his behavior.
Mikey and I are not Canadian. Ollie is. Mikey and I would like to become Canadian so we don't end up in the apocalypse.
Oh, come on, guys. We're very close. Just take us in, yeah? Not even the whole state, just my city.
Mikey lives near Chicago.
I'm just a little water. Just
I live
a little creek in the
I
way.
live in New England. It might as well be Canada.
Nope.
You know, you're part of the what's it called? The colonial things. New England's the same thing.
Yeah. Listen, it might as well be Canada. I'm just saying. Like Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut.
Look what we
Might
have
as well
in
be
common. Love of good music, good food, teeth,
maple syrup,
an appreciation for fresh water.
Resisting tyranny.
Unfucked in the brain. Please.
Is his own morality. And this is particularly concerning when we deal with Donald Trump, a man who has no morality. I've spoken about Jane Doe many times. This is a man who's been accused in New York court of beating and raping a 13-year-old girl. He's been named in the Epstein files of beating and raping 13-year-old children. This man has no morality. He's a gangster. That's what we have to remember. You know, in 2016, Donald Trump boasted, I could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose any voters. Oh, and the media said, oh, that's Donald Trump being Donald. You know, that's how he talks. No, I think that's the mindset of a narcissistic, psychopathic gangster. I think Donald Trump really was thinking that because he was right. He could do anything he wanted illegal and there were no repercussions. Look at his election team. In 2016, they focused all their attention on criminal Hillary.
God, Charlie, don't fucking talk to us about 2016, man. It hurts too much.
We didn't want that to go the way it did.
We didn't. That's 10 years ago now. It's 10 years ago and it feels like a fucking millennium.
That was the year that they took Bernie from us.
Yeah, that was the year they took Bernie from us. Nobody cares about Hillary Clinton.
That was the year
they took Bernie from us.
We already hated her.
That I went to a Bernie Sanders rally and was like, this guy's gonna fucking make it. And then he got fucked over.
And then they took over and then promptly drove the campaign directly into the ground.
Frank, I'm from the island on the other coast, PEI.
The big one. No, I'm just kidding.
Smallest province in the country.
It's the biggest island, though.
Mike
I
was
don't think
saying
so. Vancouver Island's way bigger.
Oh shit!
Like you were saying, you got a long bridge to drive over to get there.
Yeah, what's your bridge situation over there, Vancouver? I didn't think so.
12.8 kilometers to get here.
Yeah,
it's a long bridge, man.
I looked the other day when you guys were talking about it on the show. When it was built in the 90s, it was the longest bridge over water in the world, and now it doesn't even crack the top 10.
Wow.
See, you made too much noise. And it was like, oh, I could beat that world record. And then you know how it goes. Like, oh, I bounced a tennis ball 37 times. Your neighbor is like, I know I can do 38. And they're going to take your record. And then you know how that shit goes.
Yeah.
So blow up part of the mainland, right?
Make it farther away.
And push it in. You can't move the island. Hello. What do you have another alternative? You have to start destroying the coast.
Or here's what you do.
We'll build a bridge to the other island straight across the Gulf, right to Newfoundland.
You put a curve in the bridge. You start that's how you get extra miles out of it. You start curving it.
What? Just make it go all the way around the coast.
Oh, dude, just make some fucking, zigzags and shit.
Yeah.
Serpentine, motherfucker. You gotta have to make this shit last.
We'll get right on that.
It'll be like, remember playing Snake on your phone? The bridge is like from all the gap of land, it's just like going sideways over and over. It's like you're in line at fucking Six Flags just across the bridge.
Why at mile 32 does it do a loop-de-loop?
Oh my. There's just a 360 loop in the middle of the bridge for no reason.
There's not even a gas station. I've been on here for 200 miles. I didn't know.
Lock her up. When all the key people in the Trump campaign were illegally involved.
You better put an extra lane on that bridge for all the abandoned cars.
Fucking flat tires, just 38 cars stuck in the left lane with flat tires from the last week. Oh shit. Okay.
What's McKinnon
Sorry.
saying about a link? He's using the wrong one.
Oh, what's coming? Hold on.
Working with the Russians, foreign agents, illegal money deals, to the point that at least 11 have been indicted and imprisoned. And they were all the key people that brought Donald Trump to power. They were a criminal gang. We had Paul Manafort, his campaign manager, Steve Bannon, his second campaign manager, Roger Stone, his longtime advisor,
Roger fucking Stone went to prison for Donald Trump. He wouldn't go to prison.
Stone.
He wouldn't go to prison for Richard Nixon, but he went to fucking prison for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
He's that old?
Yeah, man. He was Nixon's guy.
Oh my God. Bro, we got to get fresh blood in here. Me and my wife were talking. It's 35 to be president, and the cap should be 65. We got to cap it. We got to start capping some of these positions.
Mikey, we're too fucking young again, man. We're too fucking...
35?
And Ollie.
I think it was 42.
Ollie, you're too young.
I'm too young.
Yeah. We should really grow up and start acting like adults.
Okay. I mean,
Sorry.
It doesn't come from nowhere, but okay.
Right. You probably colored it right before you got in here.
That's right. I dyed it. Yeah. Bleached it, I should say.
Frank Zappa says that their brother is from PEI, and it's the most beautiful place, just like Vancouver Island.
There you go.
Canadians
we don't
just
have
fucking
that.
rubbing it in.
You know what I'm saying? Don't you love the fresh air and meese galloping through the fields?
Meese? Meese?
The plural of moose.
Mises?
It's moxen, like
It's
oxen.
moose. Moose is plural.
No, it's mooses.
Mises.
It's like Lego. It's like Lego. Lego is plural.
Moosei.
Is it mice?
Mice.
And there's no moose here on PEI.
Yo, I was watching the latest season of Alone where they put the people up in fucking the Arctic Circle in Canada.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. What the hell?
Because it's a survivalist show. So these people are trying to like who can outstarve everyone else. And
what a show.
So they put them like 100 miles north of the Arctic Circle in Canada, and these guys are like fucking hunting moose.
I'm not
bringing
doing
down
that.
these like insanely large moose, and they're like, how am I gonna like? They got to like take it apart there because they can't carry any of it unless they take it apart because it's so big.
You can't pick up 1,200 pounds?
Nope. Can't even drag it.
Oh, a Wild McKinnon has entered the show.
Yep.
I feel like I've been alone in the Arctic on trying to survive to get in the show.
You were out in the cold.
He's out in the
I
cold.
was. Why don't...
Where's your camera?
Do y'all save the links?
These are
This one,
reusable.
Yeah, they're reusable. Yeah.
So bookmark this as unboxed.
McKinnon, do you know the rules of the show?
I'll get out. My bad. I'll go.
No. He's saying how we score things and like
yeah,
what we're looking for when we
not
score
like
'em.
not like the rules for you to be on the show. I mean, like
No. I've learned my lesson from Ollie. I'm leaving. I don't.
What?
Ollie's not in
I'm
charge
fucking with
here.
you, Ollie. I'm fucking with you, Ollie. That was a mean joke.
So keep these things in mind. Content, delivery, vibes, because you will be asked to rank them momentarily if we stop cracking wires. I guess we better play the video before the fucking superintendent of schools gets grumpy at us in the chat again.
That's true.
The dean of students.
Papadopoulos, Rudy Giuliani, Michael Flynn, George Nadar, Ellen Weiselberg, Elliot Brody, Michael Cohen, Tom Barrack, all indicted or imprisoned for helping Trump.
Yeah.
And yet no focus was on his illegal actions. Trump's relations with dirty Russian mob money, the fact that his entire business empire was built on laundering Russian money through his empire, no interest in
Poole
the
looking at
FBI
you.
investigating him, just like we see no
Johnson
interest in
looking
the
at you.
FBI investigating his name appearing again, again, and again in the Epstein files of horrific allegations of rape and abuse. Of course, Donald Trump thought in 2016, I could do whatever I wanted and I'd get away with it. That's who we're dealing with as the president of the United States. And what we're seeing also is an unprecedented level of threat that has undermined the court system in the United States and turned the Justice Department and Attorney General Pam Bondi into sock puppets of Trump's mayhem.
Sock
That the
puppet, that's a good
FBI
one.
will now bend and scrape to appease Trump. There is no rule of law when you have a president who can do that. You know, Justice Royce Lamberth, who was appointed by Ronald Reagan, who took on Al Qaeda, who took on mobsters, when he took on Donald
very
Trump,
good job.
January 6th conspirators, he couldn't get over the level of death threats that he received. You take on Donald Trump, you get threatened, even if you were a judge. The judge in the Jean Carroll case advised the jurors who'd found him guilty and charged him with $83 million in damages. The jurors were told, keep your heads down, stay anonymous, because the threats are coming. Look at Paul Manafort. You know, when he was finally arrested, he was facing so many charges, including mortgage fraud, conspiracy, falsifying business records.
Look how young and vibrant 2016 Donald Trump looked.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He really does.
It looks like the guy from Dune.
Yeah, a Harkonnen.
Oh,
Baron
Harkonnen.
Harkonnen, yeah.
Yeah, and he just needs to just start hovering around the White House, and then I'm like, all right, there, just like it said in the thing. But you can tell he looks like a pumpkin that has been sat out in the sun for too long, and like they
Yeah.
just start to like if you have it on like your front porch, and then it just starts to lean over the edge of the porch, so that when you
it's
pick it up,
collapsing in on itself.
yeah, and
Yeah.
then it'll like even go over the precipice, and then like still have a rigidity to it, so you can pick it up. And it's just like that's his fucking chin, man. That's it's just a pumpkin out in the sun.
Yeah.
I've long felt that like his ties should be studied because they have to be like specially like designed because they're containing some shit.
They are load-bearing ties.
Yes.
That he was facing up to 300 years in prison. And at the trial, the judge and jury had to receive special protection because of the constant level of physical violence they were facing. The intimidation against the courts in the United States in order to protect one of Donald Trump's buddies. In the end, even so, the FBI cut Manafort a plea deal, let him off easy, and then Trump, of course, gave him the free get-out-of-jail card. Imagine if the Gambinos or any of the other mob families in New York had the power to issue free get-out-of-jail cards for the gangsters who work for them. Well, that's the power that the gangster in chief has. So why does all this matter? It matters because if you have no checks and balances on a man who is as ruthless and as self-serving as Donald Trump, then all things are possible. The invasion of Venezuela was not about restoring democracy. It was about Donald Trump saying he was going to take 50 million barrels of oil, take the money and put it into an offshore account. And nobody blinked. Donald Trump's threats against Greenland were because Ralph Lauder, one of his crony billionaire buddies, told him it was easy pickings. Canada needs to be thinking about this. We have a gangster on our border who's not interested in the long term, the big fascist vision thing. He's interested in filling his pockets and taking control of assets. And he will use whatever means he can. Fintan O'Toole wrote a really powerful article in the New York Book Review about Donald Trump's gangster nature. And he says that what we're dealing with now is gun.
Charlie, Americans don't read the New York Book Review. I'm sorry. I know you write it.
Hate to break it to you, man.
A little
Also
too
don't like that he
uppercut.
called him-
You got
I
two
don't
before
like
they
that he
did.
called him. I don't like that he called him gangster in chief because that's. I understand the sentiment, but someone's gonna put that on a T-shirt like because they like the fucking thing.
You said
Yep.
it's too good of branding.
Yes.
Don't say it like that. They'll like it.
Yes.
Boat and no
snitch and
diplomacy. It's about shakedown. It's about threat. So we have to be ready, my friends. The threats are coming against Canada. They're going to come hard and heavy, and they're going to seem absolutely insane and irrational, and we're going to be saying, "Hey, America, where are our allies?"
Hey, speaking of insane and irrational,
Yep.
What?
We got a little bit of that going on in the chat. You really think
Oh,
so?
him again.
Him again. Bro, I thought you unsubscribed, man, because we're too silly for you.
Yeah.
Well, I had
Why
to
you in
come
our
back.
chat?
I had to come
Yeah.
back to make sure that you was
Yeah.
not and I'm glad I did, because
Every time we try to do fun stuff, they're like, "Why are you playing D&D? Why are you playing video games? It's supposed to be a serious channel." I'm
Oh, it's not.
unsubscribing.
we
have
have
fun, too.
never promised to be serious. Who lied to you and told
Yeah.
you we were gonna be serious? I'm sorry they broke your heart, but that is never gonna happen.
Well, what do you think this is? The Midas touch? What?
Yeah, that's their job.
Yeah.
Serious.
Yeah,
That's their job.
that's
They do
Charlie's
stuff
job.
serious.
I'm telling. Hey, if we all turn salary, maybe we'll be saying maybe we have a different tone in here, but that is not the case. That is not the case.
I also like how this is becoming lore on the channel. People are going to be asked now if they think that we're too young or too old.
I
That's
think he's
hilarious.
wrong.
It's both. We're both too old and too young.
Yes.
Come on, let's talk to some Congress people. Well, those Congress people are sitting there while the gangster threatens the world. We've got to be ready. This is what we're facing. This is what Europe's facing. This is what South America is facing. This is what Cuba is facing. And this is what Canada is facing. And this is what people in the streets of the United States are facing. We've got to face this head on. This man is a dangerous gangster. This man is unfit for office. And this is a man who believes he could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and get away with it. And who knows? He might just try. Hey, so thanks so much for watching. Please hit subscribe. Help support the work that we're doing with Midas Canada.
Yeah, you know what? Go and subscribe to this giant Canadian media network, Midas Canada, because
I'll give him $200 for his hat.
Because Charlie helps us because he says this all the time.
Charlie Angus here from Midas Canada, the Resistance Tour, and I watch the Bin Podcast Network. You got to watch it. Sign up, follow them.
So you know we gotta plug his network too. So
that's right.
Fair is fair.
All right, gentlemen. You guys get to rank Charlie here on his little video. We're gonna leave out the letter stuff because he was just reading letters there, but everything else. So for the chat, you also get a ranking. And we're doing a ranking system here, so it's S rank, then A, B, C, D, F, and then Pineapple. If you think he's really bad, that's the worst one. And if you want a reason why, you have to become a member and watch the member video about it, or subscribe to Patreon, patreon.com/BinPodcast. So, gentlemen, content, the words that he said, the words that Charlie Angus spoke.
I didn't hear him saying, and if you're a good, well-reasoned American and you need somewhere to hang out, come on over. I didn't hear that part. That would have been an S, you know.
just the invite to come on over, I guess. All right.
I mean, he could have, you know, we will leave the doggy door open if you want to crawl in out of the cold, but no doggy door.
No. What do you think? Content.
F.
I think it's an A. I think he gets an A for content.
No,
McKinnon, you said S?
No, I said F. But
oh, F? Jeez.
No, yeah. No, A.
Yeah,
I can agree with an A. I'm not going to go above that.
All right. Oh, and one quick thing for the chat: your ranking is an overall ranking. You get one score. So, next is a delivery. The way he spoke, the way he presents himself, and sort of like his whole thing going on there with you can judge his background, you can judge whatever you want.
Like I said, I really like the tie. Unfortunately, I don't think I like the Apple phone tracking him around.
That was a little distracting.
Yeah.
It was almost like he had a bird in his office.
Yeah. So, but the overall, just the way he presented himself and stuff like that, I give him a B+.
I was gonna go B. I like the tie. I like the books, But he kept trying to sneak music in there.
He does that in all his videos. It's a little protest video, right?
He better
That's
stop
what
it.
it is. It's a protest video. So
He's getting us in troubles. He better stop it.
McKinnon?
I'd say for me it's a C. I mean, yeah, C. He reminds me of a high school principal.
I'll give him a B. So I'll average him out to like a low B. All right. Vibes for Charlie Angus. What kind of vibes is he putting out here? Is he got like cool? Is he cool or is he not cool?
he was speaking the truth. He was so to me that's great. But I like Charlie too.
Ollie's a little biased. He's
yeah.
neat.
I'm gonna give him an A on vibes.
B.
I mean, I am the target of his ire, so I gotta go B.
I'll give him an A. I like what he's got going on.
I like what he's saying. I just hate that I'm the one that he's saying it to.
It looks like the chat's giving him a B.
That's what I thought I saw too.
All right.
What the? Hey. Calm
What
down.
is that?
Why?
It is very.
You get
it's very
one letter.
smart, not to use number. Not to use number.
And two of those letters, three of those letters aren't even in the list. The letters choosable. So
Don't be like tons of mice and like 6, 7 everything. It's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying. It was a good thing you didn't use like number rankings.
I know.
It's so good that we're not using number rankings.
Because I fall
Fucking
for it
kids.
I have no fucking defenses to that. I just fucking walk into it every time. I can't.
All
help
right.
myself.
Next video. All right, we got Connecticut Senator Mr. Ricketts. This is not the subject of the video. Mr. Ricketts is not the subject of the video.
That must
That
be
is
tough.
that is
Go, Tim, go.
that is an unfortunate name to have.
Yep.
Indeed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for appearing here today. Mr. Carl, I think it's...
Oh, wait. He's Chairman Ricketts? That's even worse, man.
just heartbreaking that you have been nominated for this position and that you've reached a panel before the United States Senate. But I do want to give you a chance to go a little bit deeper in your explanations of your personal beliefs. They are directly relevant to your fitness to serve. You already have had some of your statements read to you, but I'd like you to respond to at least a few of them. One of the things you have said is that anti-white discrimination is the most pervasive and politically salient form of racism today. So do you continue to believe that anti-white discrimination is more salient than the discrimination faced today by Blacks, Latinos, Muslims, or other American groups?
Well, Senator, thank you for that question. And thank you also for giving me an opportunity to speak at a little bit of length. I haven't necessarily had much opportunity to respond.
I'm going to have at least one more question for you, so I'll give you a minute or two to respond.
Did you move it?
Yes. So thanks to the great work of my friend Harmeet Dillon as the Assistant Attorney General of Civil Rights, I actually think that we've done an incredible job in this administration of getting rid of certain policies that discriminate particularly against white Americans, but also in some cases Asian Americans.
Well, just maybe answer my question. Let's rewind. Because maybe you'll suggest that everything is fine now. Let's rewind a year ago. A year ago, were white Americans the most discriminated against group in the United States? You said it. So
Yeah.
just, did
Senator, no, certainly this is my belief. I'm not running away from that. I think that while, of course, all races in different contexts can be subject to really severe discrimination, that when we look at our legal structures, white Americans are often very disfavored in overt ways. We're seeing this in the small business.
In our legal structures?
Yo,
this guy.
Yo, the criminal justice system is pointing right at Whitey, man. It's not fair, bro. It's not fair. This is
my goodness,
unbelievable.
You're quite literally the segment of the population that gets prosecuted the least. And they are the largest segment of the population. Makes no sense.
He is on a cliff by his pinky fingernails, which it looks like he's mostly chewed off.
He came out there like swinging like Mike Tyson, just instantly, just fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Administration, many other places.
So your belief is that white Americans face more discrimination, at least prior to the Trump administration fixing this, than Black Americans?
On average, Senator, yes, that's correct, and I'm not running away from that statement at all.
You have made several statements about your worry regarding the erasure of white culture in America. I understand.
Oh boy.
He's disappointed. A whole bunch of statues got torn down, and he can't wave the fucking.
I can't stick Heil at the Confederates.
Yeah, it's even sillier than that. It's sillier than that.
Oh, good.
Irish American culture. I understand Italian American culture. I maybe don't understand white culture as well.
I was about to say, define it, dumbass.
The values, the white values that you believed are being erased by the current American government or prior American governments.
Senator, thank you for that question.
Thank you for that question, Senator.
I would say that it's not, I didn't use the word values, I used the word culture. I think that anytime you have large...
So I've learned a lot about sociology. I've learned a lot about sociology in the last couple of months for various reasons. And culture is what contains the values. Values come from culture.
McKinnon's echoing. There we go.
So when you say I'm saying culture, not values, you're saying the same fucking thing.
Shared values in a subset of the population. Culture.
Shared values make up a culture. That is sociology 101. It's literally introductory to sociology. Chapter 2.
Well, he only got to chapter 1, Tim, and I don't think it's fair that you expect him to know chapter 2.
If you add in traditions, bam, culture, it happened.
Your deep knowledge of the book all the way back to chapter 2.
Degrees of mass immigration, you're going to have a change in culture if those are, especially if they're coming from culturally dissimilar backgrounds. And no matter what group it is, if it were in China, it would be the same thing. If it were in New Guinea, it would be the same thing.
Yeah, but tell me about what that means. I mean, culture is values, right? It's expressions of identity. Tell me what is being erased. I mean, give me some examples of what you believe are being erased about
no one likes baseball.
Identity. What is white identity?
Well, Senator, thank you for that.
Tell me how it's different than other identities.
Senator, I think the question of identity is something that lots of
I
scholars
guess you can do a sermon on identity, but just tell me how you define white identity and what you think is being erased about white identity.
Let's hear it.
Senator, it would have, thank you again for the question, and genuinely thank you for finally letting me have a chance to explain some of my comments a little bit. But I would say that, they could be things like,
he doesn't even know.
Hello.
He obfuscated for a full 30 seconds there.
Yeah.
He was genuinely thanking him. He's like, thank you for giving me a second to gather my thoughts and try to do this.
Going to a certain type of...
Hold on. I like how he is like, oh shit, I gotta stall. Don't think about stalling. And the only question was, so what's white culture? And he's like, thanks for coming out tonight, everybody. He's fucking with the mic. Let me get a sip of water real quick. Like, dude, why are you nervous about white culture? Tell us about white culture. What's the problem?
Thank you for your question, Senator.
This should be easy.
He starts sifting through pages and Mein Kampf drops like, oh shit, fuck.
Nothing. Eats one of the pieces of paper.
Didn't we put this guy in the fuck this guy list just last week?
Oh yeah, he's already on the fuck this guy list. We're watching this for Senator Murphy, not for him.
Okay, okay, good.
Have a chance to explain some of my comments a little bit, but I would say that they could be things like going to a certain type of Christian church and that sort of culture, which is very different. I mean, you can all be Christians, right, in a certain environment, but African American Christians might worship differently than Chinese Christians that might worship differently than white Christians. Of course, sometimes you have multi-ethnic churches, but things like that, certain types of Anglo derived culture that comes from our history. There's
like what?
Pause it.
Like what?
Pause it.
Let me think about this.
He doesn't even know, by the way.
Let me think about this.
How can you claim your Anglo roots coming over? The Puritans came over because they hated the Anglican Church. So what bond is there religiously to England? There's none. There is none, dumbass. That's literally why they came over here, because they were psychopathic Christian fundamental. Oh, it all makes sense.
Right. Like the settlers that came over, at least to New England, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, were fucking like Puritan Calvinists. Like they got kicked out because nobody liked them.
They were insane.
They were fucking crazy, and they created Calvinist enclaves as colonies, and they didn't let anyone else in if you weren't a Calvinist or a Lutheran.
Then they came over here and started burning the teenagers. Like, these were not great people.
We want to start our own country. Oh, thank fucking God. Here's the charter.
Please, get on the boat. Here it is. You want some food? Here, give him some
grain, give him some like bread.
Y'all need seeds. Y'all need seeds. Hold on. Get the fucking seeds from in the back. Off the shelf. Get the big ones off the shelf.
The Mayflower was full of people that other people hated and wanted to be rid of because they were insane.
England was like, we can tax them, right? Right. All right, bye, y'all. Y'all be be blessed. Y'all be blessed out there. Hope the natives don't cut you into pieces. And they did.
Fucking. Yeah. And this guy's like, they're trying to get rid of white churches.
What does that even mean for him?
What does that even mean?
Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain, pride that went with that, that would be one example.
In the 1800s?
Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish, and those are in many ways more.
But you're worried about white culture. You're not.
You know that America hated the Irish and the Italian ones that came over, right?
Yeah.
Immensely.
So the thing he's got to try to. So here's how he's got to land this plane. On one side, he's got a cliff, a rock cliff, and that is the fact that he has not explained what white is.
Yeah.
Yep. So
if you don't know, and if you're in the chat and you don't know where the term white even, when and why it even started, that's going to poke a lot of holes in this thing. And the other thing is, he doesn't know what the answer of it is. So he's got to try to find the answer in real time without having a clue of what's going on. And it looks like someone woke up from their nap and is singing very loudly. I'll be back.
Worried about you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
Senator, again, thank you for
spent a lot of time talking about this and writing about this.
Yeah,
you should be able to. You're struggling with this. But you should be fairly easily, I would assume, able to tell us your thoughts on how white identity is different than other kinds of identity and how it's being erased.
Yeah.
So, Senator, again, thank you for the question. I'm just trying to be I'm just trying to be very precise. Because I'm here in front of a Senate committee, I would say that the white church is very different than the black
he also doesn't want to like perjure himself because he's under oath and lie to Congress, and he's trying to skirt the line of he has to defend what he's said forever while trying to seem nice about it to these senators who don't want to give him a job.
I can't say the truth, then I'll get in trouble. But if I lie, I'll also get in trouble.
Exactly.
I'll just stall.
I'll just be vague and not answer a thing.
Well, he seems very thankful for all the questions, at least.
Yes.
Thank you for your question, Senator.
Like this is the fourth or fifth person interviewing him, and that is the way he starts every answer. Thank you for your question. It's like,
I really appreciate you giving me time to answer this question above all the other questions, because the other ones were good, but this one I really
if I was a senator, I would at the beginning of my time I'd be like, I don't want you to thank me for any of my questions. I don't care.
Yeah, you're not welcome for any of these questions.
If you say thank you for the question, Senator, after I ask you this question, your mother's a whore. Are you ready to begin?
Its tone and style on average. Food very different than the black church in the Senate committee. I would say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could often be different.
And those
music could be different.
And those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white food or white music is being erased?
Senator, again, thank you for the question. What I would say is the biggest thing, because actually, contrary to many of the comments that have been shown, racial nationalists have been very, very critical of my work because they correctly say that I'm actually, of course, not a racial nationalist, which I'm not. I'm a civic nationalist. I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has
Wishaza says, what is white food?
Flavorless.
Mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Maybe.
Not the peanut butter though, right?
Peanut butter's Canadian.
Wasn't peanut butter created by a black man?
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe, but it's Canadian though. I do know it's Canadian.
Like, I don't know. What is all I got is mashed white bread?
White bread with butter.
Sauerkraut.
Comments in the chat. Meatloaf.
Meatloaf.
Hamilton and mustard. Mustard's pretty white. We'll put mustard under white. Mayo and grilled cheese. This is a fun question.
hell?
Hey chat, listen, if you're here, if you're listening right now, what is white food? Silly answers only. I like this. This guy is fucking white food, man. I can't even you can't even like make that shit up, man. White food and white music. What's white music?
Elevator music.
That's music to you.
Bread and water.
Yep.
Tuna.
Ooh. Molasses.
Cheese on toast.
Cheese on toast. How about unmelted cheese on toast?
Oh my god, cold cheese sandwiches? That's
Cold
definitely
cheese.
white food.
Pimento cheese.
Pimento cheese? I don't know. Is that a white food, or is that an African? Is that like a black thing?
I don't know anybody likes pimento cheese.
I don't.
Olive what's that bologna with the olives in it, like olive loaf? That's definitely white people food.
What is that called? I can't remember. Pimento.
Oh, here we go. For white
Is that
music, Michael Bublé.
Yep. Definitely Michael Bublé. Yes.
Kid Rock.
Oh, Kid Rock.
Oh, white people food. Anything that RFK Jr. eats.
I hear his diet is meat and ferments. Bologna.
Yep. Bologna.
Here we go.
How is that pronounced bologna? How the fuck is that pronounced bologna? Right? Just look at that word. Look at that word.
German. It's German.
No, even if it's German, you don't pronounce it bologna. There's no oni in there. There's no e. There's not like,
Ollie, English is just bastardized German.
Yeah. You know what we call fried bologna up here in Canada? Newfie steak.
Newfie steak?
Newfie steak.
Ollie, would poutine be considered white food?
Maybe it's French. I was thinking poutine.
French fries are definitely white people food.
Yep.
I think that's probably the one good one we got.
Unfortunately, I'm sad to say, but I think it's more like a brand, not exactly a food. But Dr. Pepper is like white people like fucking drink.
Oh, 100%.
And it's my favorite, which I fucking hate, but it's what it is.
Is that white? Is that white people drink?
Oh, 7-Up is definitely white people drink. Mikey, we got some good ones in here for white people food. I just want to catch you up on this. It's fucking hilarious. It's going crazy in the chat.
Oh shit! Let me get in here.
All right, so
haggis,
meatloaf,
yeah, maybe.
Mayo and grilled cheese.
Ringing your bell, Tim.
Tuna. Oh, this one I missed earlier. Boiled hot dogs.
Boiled hot dogs, yeah. I do not boil my hot dogs.
Bread and butter. Cheese on toast.
We amended that to cold cheese on toast.
Yeah, cold cheese sandwiches. That's definitely white people food. Yeah. Bologna.
Black people eat bologna.
Oh, I didn't see this one before either. Flavorless potato salad.
No, or potato salad with shit that don't belong in potato salad.
What does belong in potato salad?
I put craisins in here.
Oh, I didn't see this one either. Cheese and ketchup on white bread.
Yo, who put Michael Bublé? Come on, y'all.
We were talking about what is white music
too. Yeah, white music.
Not Michael Bublé. He be thinking he's singing too, boy. He's like crooning. He's gonna be back.
Haggis.
We can't have that in the States. It's illegal.
Haggis is actually fucking delicious.
The Simply Secular Day says club soda.
That's for stains, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, Mountain Dew is white people drink.
Ask Lil Wayne.
Black pudding. I mean, that's more European in general, right? That's more.
Oh, they can't be. They're not. Well, they're technically not white. White is a very unique American concept.
Simply Secular Dave says Dr. Pepper and Southern Comfort over ice.
I had an ex. That's all she would drink.
Stew.
Gross. What kind of stew? Irish stew.
Any boiled meat, actually.
Yeah.
Do you know what a fricko is?
I have no freaking idea.
Like a chicken fricko is basically boiled chicken with boiled potatoes and boiled turnips.
Why I lost Mr. Put chitlins? Why people don't know about chitlins? Maybe some Southern ones do.
Ooh, IKEA meatballs must be white people.
Oh my fucking god!
Swedish meatballs with the jelly inside the sauce. Yeah.
White heaven is just an IKEA with nothing but all the meatballs. Kid Rock playing his music and shit.
Is chicken nuggets white people food?
Nah, everybody likes chicken nuggets.
Okay.
And I think to cap it off, White Claw.
Did y'all say pumpkin spice lattes?
Pumpkin spice lattes did not appear yet.
Okay.
That is definitely white people food.
No PSLs in the chat. Okay. Oh, Sustroming. Yeah, that's good
it's the wrong time of year. It's the wrong time of year. That's all.
Beef stroganoff.
Cheese slices.
Yep. Oh,
Just
cheese
sliced
whiz.
cheese.
Cheese whiz.
Oh my god, cheese whiz for sure.
Yep.
Not nettle soup.
And you know what's even worse than cheese whiz? Did you ever get those little squeezable tubes where you'd pull up and you squeeze the cheese out and it would come out like in a star formation?
Yeah.
Gross.
Oh my god.
Delicious. What are you talking about?
Well, thanks to the chat for participating. This has been a great bit and we'll make a great clip.
Yep.
They're like, oh, the darkie's gone. Let's talk about finally white food. And then I came back like, oh yeah, we were just making fun of white food. Come on, guys. What were the jokes? It's just like, what do you guys like to eat? Nettle soup.
Become nettle soup. Haggis.
Rock stew. Rock soup. So fucked up.
Much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again, I'm not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for it.
Well, I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer.
That is the best. I think that's the winner. IKEA meatballs are the peak white people food.
Because they're like, look, I'm in this Nordic land eating their food where I'm from. No, you're not. You're not from there.
You've entered a flat pack furniture store. And you're eating the meatballs out of their cafeteria.
Most fucking white people, at least in the Midwest, are some sort of German or Polish immigrant. Like, huge swap. Like we have some Italian like families and shit like that, but by and large, it's German and Polish. During the Troubles, they came over.
I think has become much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again, I'm not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for
Well,
it.
I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer this question, right? Because underlying your beliefs is a sentiment that white culture is just simply better. That
Senator, I have to disagree with that.
But you haven't been able to really coherently answer any of my questions about how you define white culture, how you define the threat that's posed. I appreciate you being very honest that you believe that white Americans are subject to greater amounts of discrimination in this country than black Americans. I do not think that's a sentiment that is shared broadly on this committee. It is all what makes you just wildly unqualified to take this post. I'm well over my time. Thank you.
Well, Senator, I do appreciate you letting me actually
we
respond. I genuinely do.
We know. You said it the entire fucking time.
That's the only thing you said is that you were so grateful. So buzzer beater, I'll let the chat know. So there were no such thing as white people. There generally wasn't even things called American citizens, because that's not how the fucking country was set up back then. Everyone was a citizen of their state, and they were highly discriminatory. So when all these immigrants came over, indentured servants and otherwise, they were just Irish or Italians, or I mean, they didn't call them those words. They called them other things. But then when the slaves were freed, what do we do with all these different groups? Okay, anyone who's white is with us of Belgian or Dutch or English descent. They're along the ride with us. Now, that didn't stop a lot of the discrimination against the Irish and the Italians. That went on for quite some time, but at least they were white people then. Before then, they were not white. They were Italians, or they were you were which country you were from.
They were also not considered white because they weren't Protestant. That was a big thing for being considered white, because you have to be white Anglo-Saxon Protestant. Yeah. So because a lot of Irish they came over were Catholic and a lot of Italians are Catholic, you know, when they came over, they're like, you don't belong to our churches. You're not white.
Like they have like people had real issues with JFK for being Catholic.
I thought the Pope was going to control him.
Like, so before everyone thinks white culture this, white culture that, there's just a fucking 2-minute history lesson on the history of whiteness in this country that dumbass has no concept of, which is why it's so funny that he was asked to describe it. Our church has no drummer. Okay.
Chat, put in your rankings now for Senator Murphy, and we will do the same. So Senator Murphy, content.
The words that they said.
Oh, and the guy who was talking to Jeremy Carl is on the fuck this guy list, so
and needs
that's
to
where
go
he should
again.
remain.
He's double on the list. Put his name down twice, Tim.
Double tap.
I'll just put ×2 on there.
Like
Tappa.
Murphy didn't say very much. He just basically asked him 3 questions, and then
he had like killer.
Say again.
He had an opening that was killer.
Yes, his opening was good.
Oh yes, we talked for a long time. So hold on.
We did.
Yeah, refresh.
Well, let's remind ourselves of his opening.
I think it's just heartbreaking that you have been nominated for this position and that you've reached a panel before the United States Senate. But I do want to give you a chance to go a little bit deeper in your explanations of your personal beliefs. They are directly relevant to your fitness to serve. You already have had some of your statements read to you, but I'd like you to respond to at least a few of them. One of the things you have said is that anti-white discrimination is the most pervasive and politically salient form of racism today. So do you continue to believe that anti-white discrimination is more salient than the discrimination faced today by Blacks, Latinos, Muslims, or other American groups?
Did we not go back far enough?
Oh, that was it. That's where he started.
Oh, that was it.
Yep, it was.
I remember us laughing or something. We laughed at that.
You laughed at that, yeah.
Oh.
We laughed at. It's heartbreaking that you were nominated.
It's
yeah, that's what it
you're
was.
here, yes.
Yeah.
I think I was waiting for something after that, but that was it. Yes.
That was it.
And so he had a good minute there where he spoke, and then he had another good minute at the end where he spoke, and he basically reiterated the same stuff. And he's like, "It's ridiculous that you're fucking here."
Yes.
Why are you here? Who left the door unlocked and let your?
I just wish he would have had a chance. Would have said more. Right. I think he could have got him better.
I don't know what the order was, but I think I wonder if Booker has gone yet at this point.
It looks like Kane was either before or after Murphy. So we watched Senator Kane, I think, last week.
Yeah. Content? What are we at?
Content, yeah, content. I mean, I'll give him a B. I think
B
that
plus, yeah.
I think that what he said was good.
So
McKinnon.
I'm gonna give him an A. I mean, I know he didn't say much, but that opening was enough. Like, I'm good. It's not an S because it didn't really do anything after that, but it was good enough for an A for me.
All right. We'll ask Mikey when he comes back. We don't need to hear what he has to say right now. That guy. Delivery. Senator, how Senator Murphy presents himself, basically.
S.
What?
Yes, S.
Oh, I wasn't there even close to that.
You know, he's my senator, so I'm gonna agree with McKinnon.
Like he wasn't fiery, he wasn't hot. Yeah, it was a good opening statement, but
I think he did. I don't think he had to be fire here. He kept trying to nail the guy to his own fucking statements, and was like, "Can you actually define whiteness?" And I think that's the entire crux of the whole argument: is this dude can't define whiteness without sounding as racist as he actually is.
Yeah, this shit bucket isn't worth fiery.
But we have food, and we worship differently.
Mikey, Senator Murphy content.
A.
All right.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm
Mikey.
the only
Cool.
one that said B. How about that?
You were with
an
me.
I said B.
asshole.
Well, I said B.
Ollie
plus,
said B.
yeah.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, Ollie said
Mikey's
B.
with-
Because you hate justice.
Yeah.
McKinnon and I both believe that he deserves an S on delivery.
S, I
Delivery?
can't- Yeah, I
No.
can't see it.
No,
Yeah, I'm
B,
at a B.
B plus. Yeah.
Yeah.
What are y'all talking about? You only said 4 sentences. You're giving him a fucking
Yeah.
S?
That's what I'm wondering. Where the fuck is this S coming from?
Yeah.
Because this shit bucket doesn't deserve like fucking.
We're not
fiery-
raiding the shit bucket.
I know.
No.
I know.
He didn't say that.
What I'm saying is that this guy isn't even worth like the delivery that you're talking about. He gave him exactly the delivery he deserved. You're just a fucking weird, fucking racist little man.
That
You
may
know,
or
you
may
gotta-
not be true, but that doesn't put him at an S rank. I mean, that's
What?
No
Ollie,
bias.
I don't care.
Ollie, say what you said again, but just say it loud and or whatever. There's like a static or something.
what I said again.
Yeah.
I understand. May or may not be true, but I don't believe that puts him at an even close to an S rank. I mean,
That's
like
what we're
just
saying.
because he delivered flat to this guy because this guy didn't deserve any fire
Hey,
doesn't mean
Hey.
that he was fiery.
hey, it's my rank. It's my vote.
So wait,
Okay.
wait, who gave him an S?
I
Both
gave
of
him.
them.
I did.
Both of them.
Did you not see Cory Booker's? I don't even think we
And-
gave him an S.
Yeah,
What do we
S-
give Cory Booker?
that's
Hold
what
I
on.
think he got an
saying.
A.
Okay, hey,
that's what I'm
I-
saying. This is
I
like if you guys are going to give him, I'm going to pineapple him then.
No,
Oh,
we
Fair-
can't do
to
that.
level it out.
Don't
No.
veto it.
no,
Fine.
no.
I'll give him an
Look,
A.
Jesus, I'm not backing down. I'm
Fine,
giving
keep
him
it fine, McKinnon. Do what you feel like what is on your heart to vote with.
It's on my
It's just weird that you gave him an S and Cory Booker lit him the fuck up and he got an A.
I wasn't
Cory
there for
Booker
that.
did get
I
an A.
wasn't there for that.
Cory Booker did get like an A plus for delivery.
A. It is what it A. McKinnon
Yep.
loved it. McKinnon was enraptured when he listened to him not talk for 5 minutes.
Oh my!
Well,
I wasn't there for the Cory Booker thing. Stop holding that against me.
You should have hit the bell notification and you would have known.
all right, Mikey, what's your rank?
Oh, for I said B.
Okay, Ollie.
D.
Jesus Christ!
Ollie, quit
Somebody's
trying to
gotta
counter
level
him.
you two out. You guys
Stop
are
trying
being
to
fucking
counter him.
ridiculous.
I said A.
That's
I
what they
moved
did
mine
to
down
me.
to A. I moved mine down. I truly, in my heart, believe that it was an A.
Oh, I can't see it being above a B.
Just give it what you
That's
think.
fine. That's fine.
We'll just erase McKinnon's votes when he's gone.
Oh my fucking
We
god!
can't erase McKinnon's votes because I don't keep track of who said what. Anyway,
Oh no.
The points don't matter.
We
they,
just
they
keeping track
matter.
of
I
them.
just don't track who said what. So,
Season 4, maybe.
yeah, vibes.
A plus.
Wow.
Because he didn't give it, he painted him into the corner and let him squirm. And that's what we've been asking for out of a lot of these Senate things is ask them a question and then just get back and watch this absolute fucking moron embarrass himself. So
The guy did embarrass himself, but I still think that he could have been way better at lighting him up.
But okay, so like
B plus.
I'm gonna give him an A, like because like somebody else could be like losing their shit on the dude, and it's like fuck yes, this is what I want from
the
them. right now.
catharsis, yeah.
But like I also would give an S to like this dude because it's a different context. Like this guy isn't even worth like lighting him up. He's just a weird little man. I gave him an S because this is exactly fitting for this loser.
He gave him rope.
Exactly.
Okay, it looks like the chat is averaging out to a B.
Whew, tough crowd tonight. Tough crowd.
All right. What's next? Oh yes. So we could not watch James Tallarico's Stephen Colbert interview because CBS still fucking owns that shit.
Which means Paramount owns it.
But MS Now does not care because they're news. So this is James Tallarico's interview with Lawrence O'Donnell the next day.
Aha.
Oh, that should be all right then, actually. by
banned
this
from
point in
television
time,
last
that
night
video had
and back on television
3
tonight.
million
With
views.
us is Texas State Representative James Tallarico. He's a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate in Texas now. Thank you very much for doing this, by the way. I understand what it must have been like the last 24 hours trying to figure out how to go forward from here, especially today being the first day of early voting in Texas. And I know viewers outside of Texas and in Texas are looking at you and the other Democratic candidates running and wondering, is this the year? Is this the year when the Democrats can finally win statewide in Texas again? And just to set up the degree of difficulty, as you know, it's been 38 years since a Democrat won a Senate election in Texas. That was Lloyd Benson running for re-election. People saw Beto O'Rourke come along and place that bet, think he could be the one who did it. He didn't make it. What's different now?
Well, I think the reason the Trump administration and their billionaire friends are trying to silence me and this movement is because they're worried that we are going to flip Texas in November of this year. There is a growing backlash across our state to the extremism and the corruption in our government. And we are building a movement to take back our state and take back our country. We have traveled every corner of this state, from Beaumont to El Paso, from Amarillo to Brownsville and everywhere in between. We've recruited more than 22,000 volunteers who are out there doing the organizing work across our state.
Mom Donnie had
And we have
100,000.
shattered grassroots fundraising records, all without taking a
We got to
dime
get Mayor
of
Mom
corporate
Donnie on
PAC
again.
money. We're going to have to do a lot of work to overcome this kind of censorship. We got to get our message out to the voters across this state. And so if your viewers want to help us, they can go to jamestallarico.com. They can sign up to donate. They can sign up to volunteer. It's going to take all of us to pull off this feat of winning Texas, but it is doable. I'm seeing it on the ground. We just launched our Take Back Texas tour. We're going to go to every part of our state over these last 2 weeks.
So traveling across Texas to campaign is like traveling across an entire other country to campaign.
You might as well land on the moon. I'd rather do that. It's closer than fucking Amarillo from fucking Houston. I'd rather just go to the moon.
Texas is fucking huge.
You can drive for 12 hours and still be in the fucking state. That is a problem.
Right. I don't know how
we have a few provinces like that.
It's too big.
I don't know how statewide candidates do it in like Texas and California. Those states are too large to fucking canvass.
No. Break them up. North Carolina, North California, South California. Bust them
East
up.
Texas, West Texas.
Yeah. And probably a south and a north too.
To be fair, you really can just go a middle, like straight up the line, because anything outside the middle of Texas, there ain't fucking shit on the left or the right.
That's true. That's true. California's pretty fucking packed. Like there's a lot of stuff going on there, but yeah, Texas, you know where the people are.
Yeah, it's right down the fucking middle.
By the water.
And by the water, yeah.
The primary campaign. And I think we're going to surprise a lot of people in November of this year.
Rachel Maddow last night on this network covered a protest in Texas against a possible Trump detention center being opened there. And these were Trump voters who were standing up in their town saying, nope, we don't want that here. And so there has been on that issue.
He's really fucking up, isn't he?
Detention centers, some apparent separation of support of Trump voters for Trump ideas.
Oops.
Well, and I just got done with a packed rally here in Central Texas. We had 1,000 people show up. I can't tell you how many folks came up to me after the event and whispered, I'm not a Democrat, like it's some kind of secret. And we're seeing that all over the state. It's independents, it's some Republicans, it's some Trump voters who are really fed up with what they're seeing in Washington. But it's also a lot of new voters, a lot of young people, first-time voters who are showing up at our events and saying it's the first political event they've ever attended. So there is something happening in Texas. It's our job to harness that energy, to channel that backlash into a win at the ballot box. We have a moral imperative to win this race in November, because if we don't win, we can't help people. And so our movement here is built to win. And I hope people across Texas and across the country will join us.
In a podcast over the weekend, President Obama talked about the value of having younger candidates who can energize younger voters. That tips in your direction, as it does for your opponent in the Democratic primary, Jasmine Crockett. But he also, what we just heard him say about
how old
you,
is Tallarico?
That point about the most important thing for a candidate
guessing
is to
35.
actually know what you think and really be that person in presenting yourself to the electorate.
36.
Did the president get it right when he was talking about you? Is that the way you see yourself?
Yeah, my faith is central in my life. My granddad was a Baptist preacher in South Texas, and he told me when I was real little that our job is to follow Jesus's 2 commandments, to love God and to love neighbor. And that second...
Wait, I thought he had 10.
Nope.
Only 2. Am
So
I getting that confused with amendments?
No, it was the recession, bro. They had to sell mad commandments. Like they just couldn't hold on to them. That if they want to keep the doors open after COVID.
COVID took a couple out too. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean. A couple of them got sick. Didn't wear a mask.
Damn.
Coveted somebody's mask and got sick.
But now they're down to 2 commandments. You hate to see it.
The white oppression continues.
Yep.
Commandment.
Only that guy thought about saying that.
They took away 8 of the 10 commandments. That's racism.
They gave them to the trans people. Venezuelan
love
trans
thy neighbor
people.
as thyself. That's what motivated me to go into public service. First as a public school teacher on the west side of San Antonio, now as a public official in the state legislature who's running for the U.S. Senate. And as a legislator, I have passed major bills to bring down the cost of housing, the cost of childcare, the cost of prescription drugs, including insulin. I am trying to love my neighbor through public policy. I'm trying to make my neighbor's life a little easier and a little better. That is my why. That's what gets me out of bed every morning is living out my faith and loving my neighbors through this campaign and hopefully next year in the U.S. Senate. And so I think all candidates have to be honest about their why. Why do they do this? And if you can be honest about that, if you can be yourself, in my experience, you can connect with just about anybody. And I think you're seeing young candidates in the Democratic Party stepping up to do that all over the country.
One of the things that was so impressive about the way you handled some of those issues in those hearings is that you don't just go against the particular issue that they're talking about that day, whether it be litter boxers or the 10 Commandments or something else. You actually showed us what you
pause
think
real
the
quick.
whole piece is about.
So when that online rumor about like all the Texas schools having litter boxes and all that shit, that was like his first day in as like the state legislature in the assembly.
God.
So he was like reading through the shit, and that's when he first went viral and all that shit. But that was like his entry into politics,
Right.
was them trying to write legislation to block the schools from having kitty litter boxes. And he was like, did I miss something? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, that was his intro into Texas politics.
My favorite thing that he did was asking that other legislator about the 10 Commandments and whether or not they should follow them before putting them in the schools.
Why are we here on a Sunday? What day is the Sabbath? What
Right,
day is
he's
today?
like, one of the
Where
10
are we?
Commandments, one of the 10 Commandments is thou shalt not lie. Do you think anyone in this body hasn't lied?
The litter boxers are really about defunding, in effect, public education.
That's right. That's right. You know, once a teacher, always a teacher. And so I utilize my experience from the classroom to try to break down these really complicated debates, these complex policies in ways that working people who are busy with their own lives can understand, even if they're just scrolling through TikTok. And I always say that teaching middle school is the best preparation for politics as a joke, but there is a certain amount of truth to that. If you can if you can boil down these things for 11 and 12-year-olds to understand, then you're able to do it in these really heated.
Right. I was about to say, then you can talk to Republicans.
Yeah. Lost Missionary, that reference is way too old. Nobody here gets it, other than me.
We know who Richie Cunningham is.
Yeah, we know who Richie Cunningham is, Ollie.
Right. Fucking
We're not
bigotry and
10.
low expectations, Ollie. Holy shit.
Ollie's a little sore because he made like an Eddie Murphy reference. I was like from SNL, I'm like, you know, that's 40 years old, right? Like the 80s were 40 years ago. So
yeah, and your point,
almost 50 at this point.
Yeah.
Every day Ollie wakes up, it's 2026. What?
Yeah.
Since when?
Debates in the Texas legislature. And so at my best, I feel like I can draw upon that experience as a teacher to try to help my constituents, help Texans understand what's being done in their name at the state capitol and what's being done in their name in our national capital.
You know, I taught middle school as a substitute teacher, and it was the hardest
Oh my
job
God, we
I
all
ever
taught middle
had,
school,
but
I
it
guess.
stays with you. The lessons stay
Yes.
with you. Texas State Representative James Tellerico,
right.
thank you very much for returning to television tonight, where you are welcome to return again.
All right. I know MS Now is going to cut off the last 30 seconds. So.
Super
And he
fast.
told me when I was real.
So, James Tallarico.
Oh, I thought we were rating another guy.
No, fuck Lawrence O'Donnell.
I mean, every time I watch his show, I'm just like, really, guy?
Who watches you?
He has
Me.
moments
Literally
where he's
me.
like, whenever he's railing against Trump or something, it's great. But other than that, he's
He's
oh,
white
I
people.
used to write for the West Wing. Like,
He is a 1000% Biden apologist, which I'm just not down with.
yeah.
Yeah.
The only sorry,
No.
McKinnon.
No, sir. No, you, sir. You, sir.
I was gonna say the only thing that is great about his show is that Donald Trump knows who Lawrence O'Donnell is and really fucking hates him.
Yeah.
and Lawrence O'Donnell has a real disdain for Donald Trump too, so they go at each other.
He only has one gear that's salvageable. Like he's like a shitty transmission on an old car. Like third is his good gear. All the rest of the gears are, I mean, they're slipping like shit, grinding. But he gets it like when he was calling Trump Donnie $2 for like a month because he told them, he's like, you don't need all those toys for Christmas. You can just have $1 instead of $60. Well, the president of the United States has decided that $2 is all that your child needs. It is so Donnie $2, the mobster in Washington. Like he's very like I get he's trying to be sassy, but he's also 1,000 years old.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's mostly dust coming out of him, but every once in a while a little flame comes out, and I'm covered in dust.
All right, gentlemen, let us rate this Texas senatorial candidate.
There you go.
It's getting hard to put words out now.
Landed it.
Content for Tallarico.
B?
C plus.
I was
B?
thinking C plus to a B. Yeah.
Yeah.
B minus.
Yeah.
Very, very milk toast things that he was saying.
Corporate
Yeah.
Democrat.
Spoke a little bit religion a little too much.
And that part I don't mind so much because it's Texas.
Yeah.
I guess
Like-
yeah, he's going to need that to get the votes right.
Mm-hmm. Because if they think he's some raging atheist from Austin or some shit like that, they're like, the Satanists are back. I like how if you say I don't believe in your God, they're like, then you believe in Satan. It's like, no, stupid. The whole lore line I don't believe in, not just God. Satan's on there too.
Yeah. I don't believe in all the gods you don't believe in, plus one more.
Plus uno más.
Delivery for Tallarico. I'm gonna give him a C on delivery. I think he is a
really
charisma vacuum.
Yeah.
Yep.
He doesn't.
C.
Like Richie Cunningham actually had a little bit of charisma. This guy didn't.
You know, Ron,
yeah,
isn't Ron Howard on the right?
I have no idea. He
Let me
could be.
see. Because I thought he did. I thought he did Bush shit with Henry Winkler. Let me double check.
Winkler's on the right.
Just,
I don't
for
think
clarity's
so.
sake, right or MAGA?
I think right. I don't think MAGA. I don't think.
I didn't
Howard
think he was
is
either.
Yeah, I don't think Winkler's on the right at all, though. I think he's on the left.
Yep, both on the left.
They're both on the left. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Good for you, Fonzie.
We have a $2 super chat from
Hey.
a Galaxy Full of Stars. Could you share a photo of
the
latch?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is either.
Make sure it's.
But if we can find it and it's not offensive, we'll post it.
You paid $2. We'll do our best.
Yeah, you paid us money, so.
Oh, I can't post that. It's naked bodies.
What? Post it in the side chat so I can see it later.
No, you look it up yourself.
Nolly.
You look it up yourself.
Nolly. While Mikey's doing that, Tallarico on vibes. B?
I'm going to give him a B here because he still said all the right stuff.
Oh, well, then I'm going to give him a G because
a G
balance this out, I guess.
Here we go. Here we go. See, now you guys are playing against each other.
Yeah.
No, I said C.
All right.
I'll describe it. I'm sorry, pup. I can't put that picture up there. We have a lot of haters in here, and that would be just the ammo they need to get us blocked. But the points are invisible pattern stripes of embryonic development in human skin, representing the migration of epidermal cells. When visible, they appear like V-shaped on the back, S-shaped on the abdomen, and spirals on the head, often indicating congenital acquired skin mosaics. So it's like little stripeities.
Okay.
All right. Mikey, what's your vibes?
A vibe.
See.
Okay.
Damn right.
I'm just
Why
like,
couldn't it have been Jasmine?
That's the underlying message. And I'm so glad that Lawrence O'Donnell, hard-hitting journalist, and you got shut down, When's your fucking interview with Jasmine, Lawrence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet you don't have one.
Yeah. Looking for some more votes in the side chat. I've only seen one C so far.
Yeah, chat, put in your votes for Tallarico. And then while you're doing that, we have one final video where this is going to be silly, but we're going to rate it because it was made by a god.
It's already quarter after, man. Is it quick?
Yep.
Christ, he was young.
No, it doesn't look quick.
Ish.
We'll be at half an hour doing that video, dude.
We'll get through it. We won't
I'll
stop
shut up.
that much.
I'll
We
shut
won't
up.
stop that much. Yeah, Mikey will keep quiet.
Promised a special comment on the Supreme Court's ruling today in the case Citizens United v. Federal Election Commission. On the cold morning of Friday, March 6, 1857, a very old man who was born just 8 months and 13 days after the Declaration of Independence was adopted, a man who was married to the sister of the man who wrote the Star-Spangled Banner, a man who was enlightened enough to have freed his own slaves and given pensions to the ones who had become too old to work, read aloud in a reed-thin voice from a very long handwritten document. In it, he ruled on a legal case involving a slave brought by his owner to live in a free state, yet to remain a slave. The slave sought his freedom and sued, and looking back over legal precedent and the Constitution and the America in which it was created, this judge ruled that no black man could ever be considered an actual citizen of the United States. They had for more than a century before been regarded as beings of an inferior order and altogether unfit to associate with the white race, either in social or political relations, and so far unfit that they had no rights which the white man was bound to respect. The case, of course, was Dred Scott. The old man was the 5th Chief Justice of the United States of America, Roger Brooke Taney. The outcome, he believed, would be to remove the burning question of abolition of slavery from the political arena for once and for all. The outcome, in fact, was the Civil War. No American ever made a single bigger misjudgment. No American ever carried the responsibility for the deaths and suffering of more Americans on his shoulders. No American was ever more quickly vilified. Within 4 years, Chief Justice Taney's rulings were being ignored in the South and the North. Within 5, President Lincoln, at minimum, contemplated arresting him. Within 7, he died in poverty while still Chief Justice. Within 8, Congress had voted to not place a bust of him alongside those of the other former Chief Justices. But good news tonight, Roger B. Taney is off the hook. Today, the Supreme Court of Chief Justice John Roberts, in a decision that might actually have more dire implications than Dred Scott v. Sanford, declared that because of the alchemy of its 19th century predecessors in deciding that corporations had all the rights of people, any restrictions on how these corporate beings spend their money on political advertising are unconstitutional. In short, the First Amendment, free speech for persons, which went into effect in 1791, applies to corporations, which were not recognized as the equivalents of persons until 1886. In short, there are now no checks on the ability of corporations or unions or other giant aggregations of power to decide our elections. None. They can spend all the money they want. And if they can spend all the money they want, sooner rather than later, they will implant the legislators of their choice in every office, from president to head of the visiting nurse service. And if senators and congressmen and governors and mayors and councilmen and everyone in between are entirely beholden to the corporations for election and re-election to office, soon they will erase whatever checks there might still exist to just slow down the ability of corporations to decide the laws. It is almost literally true that any political science fiction nightmare you can now dream up, no matter whether you are conservative or liberal, it is now legal, because the people who can make it legal can now be entirely bought and sold. No actual citizens required in the campaign fundraising process. And the entirely bought and sold politicians can change any laws. And any legal defense you can structure now can be undone by the politicians who will be bought and sold into office this November or 2 years from now. And any legal defense which honest politicians can somehow wedge up against them this November or 2 years from now, that can be undone by the next even larger set of politicians who will be bought and sold into office in 2014 or 2016 or 2018. Mentioning Lincoln's supposed ruminations about arresting Roger B. Taney, he didn't say the original of this, but what the hell? Right now, you can prostitute all the politicians some of the time and prostitute some of the politicians all the time, but you cannot prostitute all the politicians all the time. Thanks to Chief Justice Roberts, this will now change. Unless this near mortal blow is somehow undone within 10 years, every politician in this country will be a prostitute. And now let's contemplate what the perfectly symmetrical, money-driven world of that order might look like. Be prepared first for laws criminalizing or at least neutering unions. In today's court decision, they are the weaker of the non-human sisters unfettered by the court. So, as in ancient Rome or medieval England, they will necessarily be strangled by the stronger sibling, the corporations, so that they pose no further threat to the corporations' total control of our political system. Be prepared then for the reduction of taxes for the wealthy and for the corporations.
That happened.
When did he say this?
And the elimination.
This is 2010 or 2011.
Yeah, that's the point. He said it 14, 15 years ago, not recently.
Yeah.
That's in response to Captain USA 75.
It's in response to, Captain USA. So yeah, this is an old video. We know it's an old video. We're just Keith Olbermann is a soothsayer.
Of the social safety nets for everybody else, because money spent on the poor means less money left for the corporations. Be prepared then for wars sold as the new products, which Andy Card once described
Yep.
them as year after year, as if they were new Fox reality shows, because military industrial complex corporations are still corporations. Be prepared then for the ban on same-sex marriage and on abortion and on evolution being taught.
Hey,
One of those has already happened, and the other two are being worked on heavily.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on separation of church and state. The most politically agitated group of citizens left are the evangelicals. Throw them some red meat to feed their holier-than-thou rationalizations, and they won't care what else you do to this
Done and done.
Yep.
corporate nation. Be prepared then for racial and religious profiling, because you've got to blame somebody for all the reductions in domestic spending and civil liberties just to make sure the agitators against the United Corporate States of America are kept unheard.
Done
Well,
and
thank goodness
done.
that one hasn't happened yet.
We
Whew, I was
certainly
getting
don't.
nervous.
We certainly don't do. We certainly don't do any of that.
I was getting nervous for a second there. I was like, man, he saw the future.
I could have predicted that.
Be prepared for those poor, dumb, manipulated bastards, the Tea Partiers, to have a glorious few years as the front men, as the corporations that bankroll them slowly unroll their total control of our political system. And then be prepared to watch them be banished, maybe outlawed, when a few of the brighter ones suddenly realize that the corporations have made them merely the Judas goats of American freedom.
Marjorie Taylor Greene, anyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a whole slew of the former Tea Partiers who are gone now because they realized what was going on.
Was Mike Pence a Tea Partier?
I think he might have been part of the Tea Party. The only real Tea Partiers that are left are like fucking Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
He's got 2 years.
Yeah.
And then Mikey's coming for him.
Well, whoever loses between Jasmine and James,
Yeah.
they're gonna
Be
fucking knock
prepared
his
then
ass out.
for the bank reforms that President Obama has just this day vowed to enable to be rolled back by his successor, purchased by the banks with the money President Bush gave them, his successor, presumably President Palin, because if you need a friendly face of fascism, you might as well get one that can wink.
Nope. We didn't do that. We got the angry face of fascism and the orange. So much orange.
Miller Center notes that he belonged to the Tea Party caucus. That would be Mike.
There you go. There you go.
That would be a really good question though. Who would you prefer right now, like Donald Trump or President Sarah Palin?
Give me Palin.
Yeah, I think I would take Palin.
Give me Palin.
Things wouldn't be nearly as crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, twice on Sunday. She's just gonna lock herself out of the White House on like day 3, and then we're just. I mean, that's the first month gone. Her trying to get back in the building. So
Anytime she sees Putin, she'll be like, "Hey, neighbor, like
I can see Russia from my house.
How tall is your house?
And if you need a tool of whichever large industries buy her first, you might as well get somebody who lives up to that word, tool. Be prepared for the little changes, too. If there are any small towns left to take over, Walmart can now soften them up with carpet advertising for their Walmart Town Council candidates, brought to you by Walmart.
He didn't predict Amazon.
No.
He didn't predict Amazon, but that's exactly what Amazon does.
Yeah. He's right, but just got the company name wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be prepared for the Richard Mellon scapes to drop such inefficiencies as vanity newspapers and simply buy and install their own city governments in the Pittsburghs. Be prepared for the personally wealthy men like John Kerry to become the paupers of the Senate, or the ones like Mike Bloomberg, not even surviving the primary against.
Yeah, Mike Bloomberg didn't fucking win shit.
He spent so
Never
much
has.
money. He was the first one to start really dumping. I think he spent like $100 million and got absolutely cooked. It was so funny.
Halliburton's choice for mayor of New York City. Be prepared for the end of what you're watching now. I don't just mean me or this program or this network. I mean all the independent news organizations and the propagandists like Fox, for that matter, because Fox inflames people against the state. And after today's ruling,
what year is this?
Corporations will only need a few.
2010 or 2011.
Yo, you can't be 15 years ahead. This is the problem. I feel like someone's gonna be reacting to us in 15 years and like, oh man, they were just early. Like I straight up feel like someone's gonna like do like some deep dive into the. I found this thing on YouTube, and yeah, there's this show. Like we're gonna be going down into the annals of history as like Paul Revere's that no one would listen to.
More years of inflaming people before the message suddenly shifts to Everything's great. Glenn Beck and Rush Limbaugh don't even realize it. Today, John Roberts just cut their throats too.
That did happen.
So with critics silenced, then bought off, and even the town assessor who lives next door to you elected to office with campaign funds 99.9% drawn from corporate coffers, what are you going to do about it? The internet. The internet. Ask them about the internet in China. Kiss net neutrality goodbye. Kiss whatever right to privacy on the net you think you currently have goodbye. And anyway, what are you going to complain about if you don't even know it happened? In the new world unveiled this morning by John Roberts, who stops Rupert Murdoch from buying the Associated Press?
Or Amazon from buying the Washington Post and then gutting it for parts.
Or Elon buying Twitter.
Yeah.
This decision, which in mythology would rank somewhere between the bottomless pit and the opening of Pandora's box, got next to no coverage in the right-wing media today, almost nothing in the middle, and a lot less than necessary on the left. The right wing won't even tell their constituents that they're being sold into bondage alongside the rest of us. Why should they? For them, the start of this will be wonderful. The Republicans, the conservatives, the Joe Liebermans, the Tea Partiers are in the front aisle at the political prostitution store. They are specially discounted old favorites for their corporate masters. Like the first years of irreversible climate change for the conservatives, the previously cold winter will grow delightfully warm. Only later will it be hot, then unbearable, then flames. And the conservatives will burn with the rest of us, and they'll never know what happened. What are you going to do about it? Turn to free speech advocates? These were the free speech advocates. The lawyer for that homunculus who filed this suit, David Bossie. The lawyer is Floyd Abrams.
Wait, Mike, you got to get this in a fucking...
Which one?
What are you going to do about it? Go after free speech advocates? These were the...
All right. Which, the end part? Those were the free speech?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The free speech advocates? These were the free speech advocates. The lawyer for that homunculus who filed this suit, David Bossie. The lawyer is Floyd Abrams. Floyd Abrams, who has spent his life defending American freedoms, especially freedom of speech. Apparently, this life was spent this way in order to guarantee that when it really counted, he could help the corporations destroy free speech. His argument, translated from self-satisfied legal jargon, is that as a function of the First Amendment, you must allow for the raping and pillaging of the First Amendment by people who can buy the First Amendment. He will go down in the history books as the Quisling of freedom of speech in this country. These were the free speech advocates.
Yes.
That is, if the corporations who now buy the school boards which decide which history books get printed approve, if there are still history books. So what are you going to do about it?
PragerU.
Russ Feingold told me today there might yet be ways to work around this, to restrict corporate governance and how corporations make and spend their money. I pointed out that any such legislation, even if it somehow sneaked past this, the last U.S. Senate, not funded by a generous gift from the Chubb Group, would eventually wind up in front of a Supreme Court, and whether or not John Roberts was still at its head would be irrelevant. The next 9 men and women on the Supreme Court will get there not because of their judgment, nor even their politics. They will get there because they were appointed by purchased presidents and confirmed by purchased senators. This is what John Roberts did today. This is a Supreme Court-sanctioned murder of what little actual democracy is left in this democracy. It is government of the people, by the corporations, for the corporations. It is the Dark Ages. It is our Dred Scott. I would suggest a revolution, but a revolution against the corporations that make all the guns and the bullets? Maybe it won't be this bad. Maybe the corporations, legally defined as human beings, but without the pesky occasional human attributes of conscience and compassion. Maybe when handed the only keys to the electoral machine, they will simply not redesign America in their own corporate image. But let me leave you with this final question. After today, who's going to stop them? Good night and good luck.
That one's already on the soundboard.
All right, gentlemen. A quick old review of Keith Olbermann here. We'll rapid fire this a little bit.
He can't go on. We literally already did him and this video.
Did we do this video?
Literally. That's why it's on the soundboard already.
Oh, you're right. Well, anyway,
I just enjoyed it.
Here's your every 2-year reminder. Because I think it was 2 years ago
this
we
was
did
the
this.
first season. This was the first season.
This was season 1. So This is your every 2-year reminder that everything Keith Olbermann says is correct. He knew this was coming, and he tried to warn us.
Beck, yo, bro, yo.
And indeed, he does go hard.
Yo, the fact that this shit is from 2010.
Yeah, hold on. Let me see when this
2011?
video was posted. 16 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, it should have the date. If you hit the more.
You expand.
Yeah, hit the more.
January 22nd, 2010.
Oh, dude, we should do that on January 22nd every year.
Yeah, it'll be our annual Keith Olbermann was right day.
Keith Olbermann Day.
Keith Olbermann was right day.
KO Day.
There you go.
It got a little annoying during like Trump's first term where he kept saying it's over, he's done, and then nothing fucking like none of that shit kept happening.
But see, that's the problem when you don't like readdress where your bar is and you just keep it at the same level. You got to start lowering the bar here, people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be a lot less disappointed if you just lower the bar. I know it hurts. I know there's a little bit of food cooked onto the rail and it's going to take a little, effort to get it down, but just go ahead and like an oven rack, just go ahead and put it down a little bit. I think Ollie's going to turn into a pumpkin.
Yeah, Ollie's going to turn into a pumpkin. So we will here. I'll do the show wrap up stuff here. So everybody right now who's watching, if you haven't subscribed already, like and subscribe.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. There's a
Patreon,
button for
Pineapple
this
Store.
somewhere. There we
These
go.
were the free speech advocates.
There's the subscribe button. There we go. I found it.
Oh, mother.
Oh,
He McKinnoned us.
Yep.
It's a brand thing.
You just fucking left. Well, I'm definitely posting that.
my flabbers so gasted.
I'm definitely going through the show tomorrow and posting an extended clip of white people food because that was fucking hilarious.
I'll leave him alone for a couple minutes, Tez, and they over here naming all the crimes.
Anyway, yes, from now on, January 22nd is Bin Keith Olbermann Day.
Yes.
So we will celebrate that every.
Oh, he's turned everything off.
He's gone.
We will see if we remember that next year.
I'm
gonna put it on my fucking calendar like it's a fucking holiday.
No, you're not. You're gonna
Yes,
want to
I
do
am.
it. You're gonna want to do it, and you're gonna forget. And next March we're gonna be sitting here like fuck.
Yeah. So yeah, like and subscribe, do all the fun stuff, become a member because you get the member only videos like the one explaining the pineapple thing. And yeah, we'll see you next week on Unboxed.
Yes. Unless I might just start going live so that my wife doesn't have to listen to me bitch about politics all the time. So you might get some special Mikey reports.
And I'll probably be on randomly throughout the weekend playing Half Sword. So
when does Alex come out?
And you said his name and then he appears. Look, Tez is in the chat.
He's been in the chat.
Alex comes out, I believe, on the 15th of March.
Oh, okay, so we got some time.
We got a month. So but yeah, we will see you later, and we're gonna let Ollie get some sleep. Don't forget to drink your mead.
Have a good weekend. We'll see you later.